Good morning, RJHS, and welcome back, class of 2024, and also good morning and welcome to our class of 2025. RJHS is a great school, and on behalf of the entire staff and faculty, we want you to know how excited we are about this school year. I am Mr. Kordsmeyer, the Russellville Junior High principal. I just completed my 10th year as administrator at RJHS and my second year as the principal. This is my 27th year in education. I look forward to serving all the students and the entire staff as the principal. I'm looking forward to seeing each of you in the classrooms, hallways, cafeteria, and our whirlwind events. RJHS has the best faculty and staff around. At this time, I would like to introduce you to some very important people. Mrs. Statham and Mr. Sikowski are the assistant principals here at RJHS. They are also here to help you in any way needed. If you ever need anything from any of us, please don't hesitate to catch us in the hallway or cafeteria. If you need to come see one of us in the office, please let your teacher know, and we will come to your classroom to see you. You can come to the office between classes, but only if you have an emergency. This is Corporal Hobby of the Russellville Police Department. He begins his 19th year as the RJHS Resource Officer and his 25th year in law enforcement. Corporal Hobby is not only here to help protect all of us, he is here to serve you in any capacity. These are our RJHS counselors. Mrs. Jones is our 8th grade counselor and Mrs. Shamsey is our 9th grade counselor. These two are always here to help you in any way possible. In the event that you need to see one of these ladies during class, ask your teacher for a pass. You are always welcome to see a counselor between classes if you have an emergency. Our RJHS administrative assistants are extremely important to our school. Miss Janie takes care of the day-to-day operations in the main office. Miss Julie is our attendance clerk. Miss Brett helps Miss Janie in the main office and also handles all report card duties. Miss Jennifer assists in our counselor's office, and Miss Rhonda is our library media specialist aide. You must ask your teacher to come to the office to see any of these ladies, and he or she will call the office for someone to escort you. If you have any issues with your computer, get a pass from your teacher and take it to Mrs. Haynes in room 228. Our number one goal at RJHS is to keep all students and staff safe. Please do not let outside visitors in any of the doors in the building. The only door that is unlocked is the main front door by the office. If you feel unsafe for any reason, please let any adult know. We ask that you follow all instructions during safety drills or in the event of something real. The doors at RJHS open every morning at 7:30. 8th graders and band students must be dropped off on the east side of the building. 9th graders need to be dropped off on the west side of the building. Those that have both an 8th and a 9th grader in their vehicle need to be dropped off on that 9th grade side on the west side of the building. Parents are not allowed to drop you off in front of the building before 8 a.m. Dropping off students out front before 8 a.m. is a safety concern. All students must report to the pad, cafeteria, gym, or band room. Students on the pad must not block the walkway by the big blue recycle bin. All students can enter the main building beginning at 7:45. 9th grade boy athletes are never allowed to go to the gym before school unless instructed by a coach. Coaches will cover drop-off times and places with all the 8th grade athletes for each season. Here at RJHS, we have open seating in our cafeteria. This is a privilege and we want your lunch and breakfast time to be enjoyable. This is your time to spend eating and visiting with friends. All that we ask is that you keep the noise level down and clean up your area. We do several announcements at lunch trying not to interrupt your time in the classroom, so we need you to stop talking and pay attention when we are talking. Students that bring their lunch will enter the cafeteria by the doors next to the band room. Those that are buying a lunch will form a line in the hallway by the gym and wait to be let in by Coach Goodman. You are not allowed to switch lines or cut in line. If you do this, you will be sent to the back of the line. Once you have taken a seat in the cafeteria, you are not allowed to switch seats or move any chairs. Some of you may be asked to take your lunch to the safe room. Please wait until everyone has been seated before getting up to throw away your trash. Please note you are not allowed to have any food in the hallways or classrooms. Once everyone is finished eating, you have the choice to stay in the cafeteria or safe room or go outside onto the pad. A principal will dismiss you when it is time. You are not allowed to run or play on the pad. You must keep your hands off others at all times. If you cannot obey the rules on the pad or the cafeteria or safe room, you will be assigned a seat in the detention room until lunch is over or the next day. You're not allowed to buy drinks in the hallway and take them to the cafeteria at lunch or breakfast from the vending machine. Please make sure you get all food and drink the first time you go through. You can go back for seconds once the line has gone down. All food will be served to you. Please do not grab any food or drinks from the line. Once you're ready for checkout, a worker will scan your badge. We're in the process of getting everyone a badge before lunch today. If you need any help in the cafeteria, please don't hesitate to ask an adult. Until further notice, parents and guardians are not allowed to deliver food from restaurants to you at lunch. They can bring you lunch that they made from home. We expect our RJHS students to behave appropriately at all times in the hallways. You must keep your hands off each other at all times. We do not allow you to have any contact whatsoever with another student at RJHS. We ask that you maintain as much distance as possible from one another when changing classes. Please follow the one-way to stop the spread signs before and after school and during class changes. You do not need to follow the one-way signs when you are in the hallways during class time. Students should never run in the hallways. Students are not allowed to gather in the hallways and visit with friends. You need to make sure that you're moving towards your next class or using the restroom between classes. As you're aware, we will not be using lockers this year. However, backpacks are allowed. Please keep your backpack with you at all times. Also, follow all teacher instructions in regards to backpacks in the classroom. The only time that you should need to be in the hallway with a disposable pass this year is when you are going to the bathroom, library, or the counselor's office during class time. An escort will be required to go to the main office or nurse. We ask that you not use the water fountains in the hallways. All of our teachers have water bottles for you in the classroom if needed. Students are not allowed to use their phone during the school day unless allowed by a teacher or staff member. You are not allowed to have earbuds or headphones on in the hallways after we release you into the building at 7:45 to report to your classroom. Here are the following consequences for those that cannot follow the cell phone rules. First offense can range from a warning to lunch detention. Future offenses could result in your phone being held in the office until the end of the day. You could receive Saturday school or be placed in ISS or sent to the Student Detention Center or SDC if this becomes a big problem. If you send, receive, possess, or discuss nude photos on your phone or social media, you are subject to legal action at any time. Anyone that does this at school or disrupts the normal school day by showing, sending, receiving, or discussing these type photos will be disciplined by the school and referred to Corporal Hobby for legal action. If you receive a nude photo, you need to delete it immediately. Please be aware that possession or distribution of child pornography is a felony. Students that are suspended or have STC or in-school suspension will not be allowed to participate or attend any extracurricular activities on the day of their suspension. For example, if you're suspended on a Thursday and you're in band, football, or a spirit group, then you will not be allowed to participate or attend that football game that night. Students are not allowed to attend ball games or dances when they are suspended as well. You must abide by all rules when you're at any school-sponsored activity and can be punished just like you were at school if you break any of the rules. RJHS is fortunate to have over 100 surveillance cameras on our campus. Anywhere that you go, inside or outside the building, besides the locker room and restrooms, you are being videoed. This is for your safety and the safety of our staff. Here at RJHS, we take bullying very seriously. Bullying is against the law. We ask that if you feel that you are a victim of bullying or have a friend that is a victim, that you report it to the principal or an adult as soon as possible. This includes cyberbullying in or outside of school. Please note that we are not able to help you unless you report this and that we will keep all discussions private. The administration will do everything they can to protect you and your privacy when dealing with bullying. The Russellville School District insists on a high standard of cleanliness, neatness, and decency when it comes to student dress. Here are some of the main dress code standards that are expected at RJHS. All students and staff are expected to wear face coverings at all times during the school day, except when you're eating. Skirts and shorts must be mid-thigh while standing all the way around the leg. Athletic shorts must meet the mid-thigh rule. Holes in pants must also meet the mid-thigh rule. Leggings, jeggings, and yoga pants must have a shirt that covers both the front and back of the private areas. Sagging is not allowed. You are not allowed to have hats or hoods on when inside this building. Females are allowed to wear sleeveless shirts that have a 2-inch strap from the front to back. See-through shirts that show underwear are not acceptable. Boys are not allowed to wear sleeveless shirts or tank tops. Bandanas of any kind are not allowed to be worn at school or a school-sponsored activity. This includes spirit days. You are not allowed to use a bandana as a face covering. Students are not allowed to have face paint on them or in their possession at any time in school. Administration will make the final decision on all dress code. Fighting is not permitted at school, on a bus, or at a bus stop, or at any school function. Those that choose to fight can be suspended up to 10 days from school and could face legal action. If you feel that someone is trying to harass you or fight you, please report that to an adult and we will take care of that as soon as possible. Sexual harassment is a serious offense and could lead to suspension, arrest, and even expulsion from school. This can be both verbal, nonverbal, and electronically. Please report any issues to a principal or a counselor. We expect all students to be in class on time every day. You are allowed 2 free tardies. On the 3rd tardy, you will be assigned 1 day of lunch attention. On the 4th tardy, you will receive 2 days of lunch attention from your teacher. You will be referred to the office on the 5th tardy and be assigned Saturday school all the way up to suspension from school. 3 tardies in a semester will result in 1 unexcused absence. Students that are 10 minutes late to class or leave 10 minutes early will be accounted absent that period. We expect our RJHS students to report to school every day. Classroom instruction is the most important part of being successful at school. All teachers take attendance every period. Excused absences are those that are school-related or excused by a parent or doctor. You are allowed 7 excused absences per semester. School-related absences do not count towards the 7 days. Students are responsible for getting with their teacher when they return to school to get all of their makeup work. You are allowed 1 day to complete makeup work for each day absent. Your teacher may choose to allow more time if necessary. Unexcused absences are those absences that are not school-related or not accompanied by a note or a phone call from a parent, legal guardian, or doctor. On the 3rd unexcused absence, the attendance clerk will notify your parent or guardian. On the 6th unexcused absence, the counselor will contact a parent or guardian, and a letter will be sent to the prosecuting attorney, which could result in fines and legal action. 6 unexcused absences could result in loss of credit as well. 9th grade students that miss 13 days, excused or unexcused, could lose credit and have to make up that credit at summer school or SLC. 8th grade students could have to attend summer school if they have too many absences. HAC, or Home Access Center, is the system that we use to record your grades. You will be checking your grades every Monday during your advisory period. Here's an explanation of the marks you will see on your HAC account. A number is the grade you received for that assignment. MW represents missing work that can still be turned in. It is recorded as a 0 until you complete the assignment. 0 means that you have a 0 on the assignment and it cannot be made up. X can mean 2 things. 1, your teacher has excused you from doing this assignment, or 2, your teacher has added an assignment to the grade book but hasn't recorded it yet. Please email Mrs. Kelsey Haynes if you need HAC login information. As a reminder, you have 1 day for each day that you are absent to complete any missed work. If you are absent the day that an assignment was due, and you knew that assignment was due on that day that you missed, you must have this assignment completed when you return to school. Any student that is caught cheating on a classwork, homework, or a test will be given a 0. Working hard in the classroom will result in students being successful at school and later in life. Ninth grade students are on the 70-30 grading scale. 70% of your grade is from tests, and 30% of your grade is from classwork or homework. 8th grade students are on the 60-40 grading scale. Please do not bring anything valuable to school. Those that bring things need to keep them in their backpacks. Stealing or possession of any people's belongings is considered theft and could lead to school punishment and legal action. If you find something or you are given something that doesn't belong to you, take it to the office immediately. Drugs of any kind are illegal. This includes alcohol, tobacco, and vaping. Students that have prescription drugs must have a parent bring those to the office and give them to the nurse. Students are not allowed to possess over-the-counter drugs at school. Students that possess, use, or sell drugs at school or at school-related activities are subject to school punishment and legal action. Students that are caught vaping or in the possession of vaping materials will be suspended for 5 days and be sent to SDC for 5 days. We have a wonderful school here at RJHS that looks so great. Please do not write on the walls or inside or outside the building, especially in the bathrooms. Those that choose to vandalize our school will be punished accordingly. Students, you are expected to behave at all times on the bus. Every bus has a camera and microphone in the front and back of the bus. Riding the bus is a privilege and helps your parents and can be taken away from you if you cannot follow the bus rules. You are expected to be respectful at all times, and adults in this building are expected to be respectful to you at all times. If you feel that an adult is being disrespectful to you, please see one of the principals. Students enrolled in our advanced classes or our AP classes must stay in the class for 5 weeks. Those that are maintaining a C average will be strongly encouraged to stay in this class for the rest of the semester. Just a reminder, the RJHS points of emphasis this year are face coverings, backpacks, one way to stop the spread traffic signs, and badges. On behalf of the entire faculty and staff, we once again want to welcome you to RJHS and hope you have a great year, and go Whirlwinds!